to my first online video. So this class is, as you may have seen in my preview, called a continuous flow class. So whatever pose we are in, there is always some type of movement, whether that's in our arms, our legs, our feet, our hips. So the intention behind creating this class was that obviously in the outside world we have a lot of restrictions with our movements at the moment, but that doesn't mean that we can't restrict our movements in the inside world that we're currently living in. So we'll start with some breath work, and I'll continue the same format as I do with my classes, obviously if I have students in front of me. So we start with our pranayama, our breath work, move through our asanas, our poses, or our flow, and then we move into our shavasana, and some classes may or may not have some meditation included. So let's begin. So come to find a comfortable seated position. Now you can have one leg up in half lotus, one in front, or just a simple cross. I might do a cross leg. If you find that's a little bit tough on your knees, you can just have your legs straight out in front. Bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart, closing the eyes, inhaling here nice and deep, in through the nose, out through the nose. And bringing the awareness to the breath. As we move through the class, always inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. And start to feel your belly rise as you breathe in. And then feel it contract as you breathe out. Feel it rise as you breathe in. And feel it contract as you breathe out. So let's just sit here for a few rounds in silence, focusing on the belly rising as you inhale and contracting as you exhale. So taking all the focus out of the chest and bringing it down into your belly. Now you can place both hands on your belly if you like, or you can just rest your hands on top of your knees, your choice. Filling up the belly on your inhale, and releasing it, contracting back as you exhale. Couple more rounds, breathing in nice and deep, feeling the belly rise. And feeling it contract back. Release the hands away from the belly if they are resting there. Just bring them to your knees, palms facing down, eyes still closed. Few more rounds of breath here. And just taking this time to prepare yourself for your class, focusing on your breath and your movements, not thinking about anything else. tense your fingers. Bring your head over to your right and feel a stretch through the side of the neck. Over to the left. Circle your head around. And back the other way. Come back to centre. Inhale, lift your arms up, look up towards your palms. Exhale them down. Inhale up. Exhale down. You know you dry your breathing, you can start to engage that. It's that slight constriction in the back of your throat, making that ha sound as you breathe in and exhale. One more round. Inhale your hands up, interlace your fingers, drop your shoulders away from your ears, look up towards your palms. Take a nice big breath in, and then exhale, come down halfway. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, release the hands, bring them behind you, interlace the fingers, draw the shoulders back and down, look down. Nice big breath in. Exhale halfway down, you don't need to force your arms up behind you, just let them come up naturally. Come back up. Exhale halfway down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Release your hands. Place them, I'm just going to turn around, in front of you and roll over into a child's pose. So extended child's pose. Big toes touching, knees mat distance apart, arms out in front. Bring your head down to your mat. Hold here. Inhale here. Exhale as you come up. So tense your hands and bring them up towards your knees. Inhale, slide them forward. Exhale, bring them up. Slightly arch your spine as you come up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. A few more rounds in your own time, linking your breath to your movement. And bring your hands back to centre. Bring them forward once more and then walk them over to the right side. Hold here. Over to the left. Come back to centre. Bring them in slightly, that shoulder distance apart. Roll over into a tabletop position. Extend your right leg out long behind. Push back through the heel. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Feel nice and strong here. And then bring that leg out to the side, place the foot onto the ground. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale, bring everything down. Come back to centre. Extend your left leg out long, flex the toes. And bring your foot out to the side, inhale your arm up. Exhale it down, come back to centre. Extend your right leg out long, your left arm this time. Inhale, elbow into knee, round the spine. Extend out nice and long. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, extend. Inhale, draw it in. Reach your right arm out, left leg. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend. In, out, in, out. Come back to a tabletop. Just pick your feet up. Circle your ankles around 5 times in one direction and then 5 times in the other. Hear a few clicks here and there. And gently push yourself back and come into Baddha-Konasana or butterfly pose. Soles of the feet together. Draw them in as close as you can to your inner thighs. And just bounce your knees up and down a couple of times. And let's do a twist here. So you may just want to draw your feet out slightly. Bring your left hand to your right knee. Twisting and looking over your shoulder if your body allows it. Come back to centre and change sides. And just as we move through the class today, if you feel like you need to rest, please come into a child's pose or shavasana. So always listening to your body and taking breaks if you need to, or making any modifications or adjustments. Come back to centre. Let's warm up the core a little bit. So bring your knees in together. Come into Navasana or boat pose with bent knees and keep your hands underneath your legs. Hold here, feel nice and straight through the spine. And then let's do some toe taps. So right foot down, left, right, left, right. Moving through these. Engage your core. Come back to boat pose. You may want to release your hands and hold here, bent knees. Good. Release your feet down, cross them over, come forward and straight up into a downward facing dog. So moving around in this first one, bending your knees, bringing your toes to the left, toes to the right. Just doing whatever feels good here. Let's just hold this just for one breath. We want to keep moving, remember, through this flow. So we don't hold a pose for very long at all. Maybe towards the end we'll hold a couple for longer. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, your right leg lifts up nice and high. Bend the knee, open the hip into a scorpion pose. Look under your arm at your foot. Now let's do some hip circles here. So start to straighten the hips again, keep the knee bent, draw the knee in towards your chest and round it out to the right and draw it back in. In, you'll feel a slight shift in the weight, shoulders come over wrists, circle, draw in, circle, in, circle. You can do this from tabletop as well, so you don't need to do this in down dog. In, circle. Place that foot down. Inhale your left leg up. Once again, your option is a tabletop. And you can still do your circles here from tabletop. Open up into scorpion pose, so under your arm at your foot. Straighten up through the hips. Draw the knee in towards the chest, circle out to the left and around. 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back to downward facing dog. Come up high onto the balls of the feet. Then drop their heels down. Lift up. Drop down. You can inhale as you rise up. Exhale as you lower. down, down. One more, up, down. Look towards your hands. Make your way up towards them so you can lift your hips up nice and high, tiptoe all the way up. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on shins, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come all the way up, reaching them up, looking up towards the palms. Exhale into heart center. Inhale up, moving through sun salutations. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to mat, come to a tabletop. Hug your elbows into your rib cage. Shoulders come slightly over wrists, lower down 3 times halfway. So 1, 2, 3. Tuck the toes, push back up to downward facing dog. Bring your toes to the left for Egyptian feet. Toes to the right, toes to the left, toes to the right. Come back to centre, look towards your hands, tiptoe all the way back up. Halfway lift, fold forward, you can have bent knees. Inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale them back to heart centre. Let's do 2 more rounds. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on shins, crown of the head forward. Exhale, back to a tabletop. 3 little mini chaturangas, so lower halfway. Push back up, down, up, down, up. Now lower all the way down onto your belly. Keep your hands where they are, fingertips in line with the shoulders. 3 baby cobras, feet are untouched, toes are untouched. Inhale up, exhale lower. Inhale up, exhale lower. Inhale up, exhale lower. Tuck the toes, push yourself back up to a tabletop or high plank, back into down dog. Hold here. Looking towards your hands, you can step up this time or jump. I'm going to step. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, your arms come all the way up to the sky. Exhale, back down to heart center. Let's do 1 more round. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to mat. Come back to a tabletop. 3 halfway downs. 1, 2, 3. Tuck the toes, push back up to down dog. Look towards the hands, make your way up to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, the arms come all the way up. This time, exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale them up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale up. Exhale, bring wide, fold forward all the way down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to mat. Come back to a tabletop. And then straight back into downward facing dog. Let's move into our flow. It's going to come into a crescent lunge. So inhale, your right leg lifts up nice and high. Exhale, step it in between your hands. You may need to take a couple of steps to get there. Inhale, your arms come up. Exhale them nice and wide, palms facing up towards the sky. Inhale up. Exhale wide. If you feel like you're unsteady, just move that front foot out to the side of your mat a little more to help you balance. Inhale up. Exhale them wide. Coming into warrior 1, so plant the back foot down. on a slight 45-degree angle. Big toe is in line with the top left corner of your mat. Inhale, your arms come up. Exhale as you bring your torso halfway down, arms straight out in front. Inhale up. Exhale, halfway down. Up. Down. Up. Warrior two. Bring your left hand behind, right arm extends out long. Legs stay where they are, look over your middle finger. Inhale, straighten out through the front leg as you bring your palms to meet and look up towards them. Exhale, bend the knee back into warrior two. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Up. Down. One more up. Down. Bring that back foot up onto the ball of the foot. So toes facing the front of the mat. Extended pyramid. Bring your hands down towards your mat. Straighten out through both legs. Look forward rather than down. And let's move the front foot. So inhale as you flex the toes back. Exhale as you bring them down. Inhale, back towards your face. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Drop the back knee and back to your tabletop. Back up to downward facing dog. Moving around here, bending one knee, bending the other. Let's do that on the other side. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, stepping it in between the hands for a crescent lunge. Inhale, your arms come up. Exhale them wide, palms facing up. Inhale up. Exhale wide. Inhale up. Exhale wide. Warrior one, plant the back foot down. You feel a slight shift in the hips. Inhale, your arms come up. Exhale, torso comes forward, engage the core. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, your arms come up. Right arm comes out long behind you. Warrior two, hips forward. You'll find that shift in the hips even more as you come into your warrior two, opening them up out to the right side. Inhale, straighten out through the front leg, lift the arms up. Exhale, down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Windmill your back arm down towards the mat. Back foot turn so it's on the ball of the foot. Extended pyramid, straighten out through both legs. You can have a little bend in your knees as well. You don't have to have perfectly locked out legs. Flex the toes back towards your face. Bring them down. Bring them up. Down. Up. Down. Drop the back knee. Back to your tabletop. Back to down dog. Move around in your down dog. Continuous movement. Always moving in our poses. Going to add on. Inhale, your right leg lifts. Exhale, step it in between your hands. Inhale, up for crescent lunge. Exhale, arms wide. Inhale, up. Wide. Up. Arms wide. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward. Up. Torso forward. Up. Forward. Left arm swings back, warrior two. Inhale, palms meet, look up, it's okay with the neck. Exhale, back into warrior two. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale. inhale, extended pyramid. Hands come down to the mat, ball of the foot. Inhale, flex toes. Exhale, lower foot. Inhale it up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And we're coming into warrior three, so adding some balance into our flow. So weight will come into that front foot, bend the knee. Hands come to prayer at heart centre. Come straight into a warrior three. Flex the toes back towards your face. And then bring that knee forward into standing staff. Bring the leg back to warrior three. Bring it forward. Bent knee. Back. Forward. Extend that left leg back. Drop the knee down, coming into a modified side plank. So the toes will come to the outside, outer edge of your left mat, and your right foot will extend long. Inhale your arm up, and then exhale as you round the arm down and circle it. 3, circle of the arms, 2, 3. Bring the top arm back down to the mat, come back to a tabletop, back up to downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it in between your hands, rise up for crescent lunge. Bring your arms wide. Bring your arms up. Wide. Up. Wide. Up. Warrior one, slight shift with that back foot, torso drops down halfway, arms forward, inhale them back up. Warrior two, inhale as they come up, straighten out through the front leg, exhale back down. Extended pyramid, windmill that back arm down, pick up the foot so it's on the ball, flex the toes back, 3 of these. Now moving into our warrior three, on this leg, weight transfers into the front foot, look forward rather than dropping the head down, pick the back leg up, hands together at heart centre. Without dropping that back foot, see if you can swing it through into your standing staff pose, bent knee. Come back to a warrior three. Come up to standing staff. One more, out, warrior three. Standing staff. Extend the right leg back, drop the back knee, flick the toes to the outer side of your mat as your left leg extends long. Inhale your top arm up, circle it round. 2, 3. Bring the top arm down, come back to a tabletop position. Bring your toes to touch, knees mat distance apart. Come into an extended child's pose just for a little break here. Feeling your belly rise and fall. In between your knees, you may even see it. You have your eyes open. Coming back up to tabletop, just a short break. And let's do another round on each side. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up high to the sky. Let's do 3 high planks before we start. So your option You can bring your knees back slightly, weight transfers forward, and you can hold here, and then you can just gently push back. And you can do 3 rounds of these, so coming forward, pushing back, coming forward, pushing back. Your other option is from your downward dog, look towards your hands, bring the weight to the balls of the feet, and roll yourself forward into a high plank. Roll yourself back into downward facing dog. Roll forward, look forward, roll back, lift your hips high, roll forward, engage your core, roll back. Good, inhale your right leg lifts, exhale, bring it in between the hands, inhale your arms come up, exhale, open them out, inhale up, exhale wide, inhale up, exhale wide, inhale warrior one, exhale bring them forward with your body, inhale up, exhale forward, inhale up, exhale forward, swing the left arm back, warrior two, inhale up, straighten out through the front leg, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale, come into extended pyramid pose, inhale with the toes, exhale the foot down, lift, down, lift, down, warrior three, weight transfers into the front leg. Even if you lift your foot 2 centimeters off the mat, it's still a balanced pose. So don't worry about the height of that back leg. See if you can carry the leg through without dropping the foot to come into your standing stance. Reach the arms up, we can keep them in prayer. Come back, lift through, back, lift through, extend that left leg all the way down, drop the back knee, flip the toes out to the side of your mat, extend your right leg out long, inhale arm, circles around, 1, 2, 3. Bring the hand back down to the mat to your tabletop. Coming back into downward facing dog. Let's do 3 knee hovers here. Your option here, if you're in a tabletop, is you can actually just lift one knee up, lower down, the other, lower down. Okay? Everyone else, if you're wanting to do a down dog knee hover, come into downward, draw the heels down, high to the balls of the feet. Weight transfers forward, look forward, hover the knees for 1, push back up, hover, 2, up, 3, up. Good. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it in between your hands. Inhale as you lift your arms up. Exhale and wide. Inhale up. Exhale wide, inhale up, exhale wide, warrior one, inhale your arms up, exhale forward. 1 more. Warrior two, open the hips, open the arms, inhale up. Extended pyramid pose, flex the toes back straight away. Preparing for your warrior three. Lift the back foot up, lift it up, hands to heart center. Bring that front leg through. Extend it out long behind without dropping the foot. Slide it through. Back. Through. All the way back. Drop the back knee down. Flick the toes to the side of your mat. Extend your left leg out long. Lift your arm up. Circle 3 times. Then come back to a tabletop position. From here, let's just do some hip circles. So bring your hands wide, bring your knees slightly apart, circle your hips around 3 times in one direction. Back the other way. Pull back into your extended child pose. So we break here, forehead down to mat. Nice big inhales and exhales, still in through the nose, out through the nose. Come back to your tabletop. Pick your feet up, cross your ankles over, push into the palms and pick your legs out in front. Let's just do a forward fold here. So now we're moving into the seated part of the class. So there won't be as much continuous movement as we start to wind down. Inhale, your arms come up, flex the toes back towards your face, engage your quads. Exhale, and you want to be hinging from your hips. So rather than trying to get your head down towards your legs, try and bring your chest forward, and you're working on bringing your heart down rather than your head. So inhale, your arms up nice and high. Exhale, fold. You can take a hold, your index and peace fingers around your big toes. You can take the outer edge of your feet, or if you are up higher, you can just hold on to the sides of your legs or underneath your knees, and you can have bent knees as well. Folding forward, let's hold here for a few rounds of breath. Two more rounds. Release your hands away. Let's come into a side twist, half Lord of the Fishes. So bring your left foot in towards your right sitting bone. Cross your right leg over. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale, twist it over the knee. You can look straight ahead or behind, just seeing where your body allows you to take it. You can drop your hand down to your leg or keep it lifted. 3 rounds of breath. Back to centre. Now we're going to do that transition where we circle ourselves around, so we're twisting on the other side. So if you want to watch me first, you can. So I've just been twisting this way, but I'm going to bring my hands around so they're on the inside of my leg. Bring my hands down to the mat, and I'm going to walk myself around to the back and all the way around until my legs are twisted on the other side. Sounds complicated, but it's not. Okay, ready? And we go up, walk, 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 twist. Okay, I'm sure you've got that. All my regulars have been practicing that. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale, bend over the knee, twisting back, holding here, 3 rounds of breath. down onto your back. So coming down nice and slow, engage your core slowly as you can, all the way down. Wasn't very slow for me. Right. And we'll do some continuous movement here. So coming into a bridge pose, touching the backs of your heels with your fingertips, feet are parallel. As we inhale the hips up, we're going to lift our arms up behind us as we do so, and we're going to move through these continuously with our breath. So inhaling, lifting up, lift the hips up, arms come behind, exhale everything down. Inhale, lift up, exhale, lower, inhale, up, exhale, lower. Moving through a few more rounds in your own time. Link your breath to the movement. You can go as slow or as fast as you choose. One more. And release. Ooh, it's my stomach crumbling. Release your hands down. Draw your knees in towards your chest. You can bring your head up to meet it. You can even rock from side to side. You want to keep moving. So even though some of the movements are subtle, they're still movements. Sometimes this feels good to kind of massage out your lower back. Let's take this into a reclined twist. So draw your knees over to the right. Extend your arms out long on the ground with the palms facing down. You can look over your opposite shoulder to your knees. Three more rounds of breath here. Come back to centre. Bring them over to the left. Back to centre, keep your arms where they are, so let's do some movement here. So we're going to draw our knees over to our right side, let them hover. Come back to centre, try to feel your whole entire lower back on your mat as you come back to centre before you come over to the left side, hover. Back to centre, lower back on your mat. As you transfer over to the right side, gently pressing your palms into the ground. Engage your core as you roll from side to side. Nice and slow rather than fast. Over to the right. Over to the left. Coming back to the middle. Come into waterfall pose, extend your legs up towards the sky and your arms, and let all that fresh blood run through your bodies. Eyes can be opened or closed. If you want to keep moving, you can maybe wriggle your toes, you can circle your wrists around, you can even circle your ankles as you hold your waterfall. And clench your fists, release. It's especially good if you're working from home and at the computer all day. And then just come to find some stillness here as we start to begin to close our practice. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Just keep your head on your mat. Release the legs long on the mat, coming into Shavasana. Let your toes rock out to the side, arms alongside you with your palms facing up, eyes closed. Taking a moment to thank yourselves for practicing today. Nice natural breathing. Feel free to stay here for longer. If you're at home, obviously, you can stay as long as you like. I'm just going to come up, but do feel free to stay in your Shavasana. Thank you for choosing to practice with me today. Hope you enjoyed the class. Just complete your practice once you finish your first Savasana by bowing your head over your fingertips.